Oh, we're finally doing this, are we? Because I was going to make a sandwich. Okay. Let's do it. What do I think about heroes? Well, we've all seen them, haven't we? Swanning about the place with their disproportionately high cheekbones and comically massive weapons.
Wanker.
Roughing up bandits, because they like to rough up bandits, don't they? Living it up with the common folk every single night. On a day-to-day basis, I'll say the true hero's me, someone who's breaking new ground with fruit, with veg, on the agricultural side of things.
Just look at them.
Not wafting around mythical creatures. And that's what they are. Wafters.
Yeah, well done.
You see, I'm not here to slay legendary beasts. I'm here to conquer the vegetable, not a euphemism. Let's face it, the age of heroes is over. This is the age of innovation. This, if you will, is the age of death. One moment. This is awkward.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, I missed like a good chunk of this.
Oh.
Oh, Fable! Alright, now gameplay. I don't even have all my lights on yet. I probably just missed all of it. Was there any gameplay? I missed a whole bunch of this shit. Day 1 Game Pass, amazing. In what, 2026?
World premiere.
Oh, there's the world premiere guy! Okay. Alright. I was so close to being here on time, but I was getting ready for Dad's birthday party.
Have no mercy in this land. Just don't have no mercy in this land.
This is giving Super Giant Games vibes, but stop motion.
You look in the bed and somebody be gone. Just don't have no mercy.
Xbox Banjo Showcase 2023.
Shaking bones. Been a while. So, you remember that favor you owe me? I'm looking for a creature. Huge, sneaky, teeth like knives.
Almost midnight.
No?
Great drawing.
Well, hey, how about you guys? No? Nobody?
Come to our house.
Not helpful. Sneaky.
South of midnight. Okay, I'm kind of interested in that. That looked relatively unique in its stylings. I'll allow it. Also, what up, everyone? Thank you for stopping by. World premiere.
These are
Rain Sage 27 minutes ago got in early with that.
That's what I hear.
Follow here on YouTube.
The Empire?
Ermagerd Star Wars!
There everywhere. But the world here belongs to the syndicates. If I want to survive, I have to play their game.
Looks like I'm all in.
She's in here somewhere.
On second thought, I'm out.
There she is.
It's always a cantina. Female Han Solo? I mean, sure. That's what the vibe they're getting.
I've been held back my
I'm sorry if
whole
it's
life.
quiet. I have this maxed. Completely pegged.
And now, I just need a chance to finally be free. Wherever that takes me.
I'm here to offer you a way out, okay?
Oh,
Get
yeah.
off my ship, Jalen.
Give me
Oh.
a chance.
Oh.
You're gonna have to trust me. It'll be
Okay.
dangerous, risky. But if
All right.
you pull this off, you'll never look over your shoulder again.
I mean, the cinematics are looking pretty fucking dope, and it's a Jalen. So,
The underworld
it's got
shows no
100% more Jalen.
mercy, but it's a big galaxy out there, and I'm gonna risk it all.
New ship variant? Star Wars Outlaws. Oh. 2024. An Ubisoft title. That got me Ubi half chubbed.
Wow. Fable.
Oh no,
Midnight,
Sarah Bond.
Star Wars
God bless her.
Outlaws.
But every time
Welcome
she's
to
the
our
head of one of these
first ever double
shows.
feature, the Xbox Game Showcase, followed by a deep dive into one of the most
And
important
her presentation
RPGs
style just never
ever
hits with me.
made.
It just like it just seems so
Starfield.
forced.
Gaming is the most powerful of all entertainment. It transports, it challenges, it connects us, and it's just incredibly and awesomely fun. That is why
Oh,
Team
the
Xbox
delivery.
is committed to building the greatest place to play by partnering with the most ambitious of game creators.
That's how I
and by
feel about a lot of
unleashing
games
the
these
power
days,
of the
Sergeant, so I
gaming
don't blame you.
community, enabling all of us to play the games we want with our friends.
F that
anywhere,
beard
from
A.
mobile devices to PCs to
I just
consoles.
noticed that.
The lineup we have for you today is just incredible. These are
Now
the
cut
works of
to
the very
camera
greatest
C.
creative teams from around the world. We made this show for you, the largest, most engaged, and globally diverse fan base in Xbox history. You are the heart and soul of Xbox. Your passion drives us, and you are the inspiration for the visionaries whose games we showcase today.
Probably not at this
From
exact
me
moment, Mark. I
and
apologize.
all of the team at Xbox,
Well, since he's
thank
here.
you. This next game is from Thunder Lotus, the award-winning studio behind Spiritfarer, who've gone back to their combat roots with an amazing co-op raid-focused action game that is uniquely theirs. All right, everybody, it's time.
World premiere.
There you go, Mark. World premiere. They brought the voice back. That's on the bingo card. Fox, you should distribute the bingo card. We already had some ticked off. You did? Okay, good. It's in PUBG? Alright. So if you don't already have access to the bingo card we made up last night while playing, Warzone, then it's over on the Discord and the PUBG. You can pick that up. We've already hit on some stuff. What's the list we've already got? Fable, world premiere guy, 33-player co-op. Why 33? Why not 32? Why not 34? That's it? Oh, and Adam is disappointed, of course, is the free space. $33 has to be a significant number in the game. I mean, why 33-player co-op? That's why. That would be why. From Thunder Lotus and Kowloon. Is every game going to be Game Pass?
All right,
I wonder. Oh, Payday.
Simple job.
This game slapped pretty fucking hard on Twitch for a long while.
Everybody hit the floor.
I see we're breaking into TD. Oh. Hostage situation. I mean, this is looking pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Payday's FOV always weirded me out, though. September! Oh, it's a this year banger! There you go.
World premiere.
World premiere. Oh, here's what was supposed to be a surprise. It's no longer a world premiere. This is a world replay, but in higher definition. To answer the obvious question, yes, I will be playing this. Oh, there you go, Datbeard. Success. Early 2024. That sounds an awful lot like April. Nearly a year away. In-game footage and cinematics. Oh, it's an Obsidian title.
People don't like you very much, do they? Sent here to the living lands by an emperor who couldn't bother to come himself.
This looks like it's on Unreal 3.
To investigate some plague that seems to be corrupting our very souls.
Like dead ass, this almost looks like a Skyrim mod.
truth is, you scare us.
Avowed?
The way you fight.
Actual Skyrim. Like this.
The power you wield.
Legitimate Skyrim.
The secrets you keep. You're either here to save us, or destroy us. So now that you have all this power, what are you gonna do with it?
That guy's voice did not match the character at all. Yeah, it's about. This looks... I mean, listen. A modded Skyrim that plays well is going to be a good, fun game. Is it gonna sell consoles or get people like rock hard? Maybe not. But that trailer didn't do anything for me. Rare? Lucasfilm? What? Ah, right. Sea of Thieves. Of course. Bingo card. Yeah, it's the Monkey Island expansion thing that they announced before, I'm pretty sure.
Welcome to the Scum Bar, the most notorious tavern on Melee Island. Wall-to-wall rogues and scoundrels.
So tell me, which ship is right for you? A big ship? A luxury ship? A ship with just a splash of je ne sais quoi?
The legend of Monkey Island. You mean Governor Guybrush. But Threepwood
Guybrush 3PO.
for almost a year.
Hey, what do you think you're doing? I told you no autographs. Though I see you have a meet and greet ticket. And I guess it's not every day that you get to meet the mighty pirate Guybrush Threepwood. The legend of Monkey Island.
Listen, this is... I'm not a Sea of Thieves guy, but Sea of Thieves and Monkey Island is a perfect fucking crossover.
What do we have here?
You need these.
Things may be very different from the Sea of Thieves you know.
Well, were they using chickens to zipline? Hey, July 20th. Oh, there's gonna be a lot of people. That's actually a huge game. Sea of Thieves is insanely popular.
Premiere.
Just not in our world. With Sparks, so metal chickens. Yeah, free 99 is pretty amazing. Oh, flight sim. Wait, what? They're adding license tests? Hey, we can practice, Mark, for next time! The visuals in this game are so fucking nutty. Can we not get a 4K stream in this bitch? Like, have people not learned 1080p YouTube is doo-doo? Wait a minute, that's how that happens? I've never seen that in my life. VIP charter service. Oh, they're adding, oh boy, air racing. That'll be fucking nutty. I wish I gave a fuck about any of this because this looks so fucking dope. Like, if you're a part of this whole sim world, this game is probably the greatest thing to have ever happened in your life. In-game footage, not actual gameplay, but coming to micro. Oh, we doing Dune? No shot, the Dune crossover in fucking Flight Simulator. Wow, that's gonna get people pretty excited. Holy shit. Wow, that's pretty dope. And they've recreated some of the desert of Arrakis. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, it's a side-by-side with the theatrical release. Smart. Smart.
Hi, Melina here, speaking to you from our performance capture stage at Ninja
Ah,
Theory,
Senua
where we
Saga.
have just wrapped our shoots for Senua Saga Hellblade 2. When we first showed gameplay for Hellblade 2, it was a look at
Why
some
does
of the
she
game's
look
cinematic
AI
and immersive
generated?
action, where Senua faced off against a gigantic troll on the Icelandic coastline. Today, we're taking you deeper into Senua's story, her personal quest, her unique perspective on the world, and the intimate journey that awaits you in Senua's Saga. What you'll see today is all captured by the team on Xbox Series X.
Ninja Theory. All of a sudden, volume up. Oh, I don't like any of that. I'm not even claustrophobic.
She can feel them.
And that is... That's no. That's a big no.
Following the threads of her mind. She's here to find them. The ones who hide. She needs their help with a promise. A question.
Why did she choose to do it on her back? I'd be doing that on my fucking stomach. It'd be easier to crawl.
It's never so simple, is it? Wisdom has a price.
Oh, they're doing stereo. It bounces around.
There's always a part of you that changes. A part of you that darkens. And a part of you that dies.
Over there, that pool. I can feel them. I can feel them everywhere. The lost ones. They are watching us.
If only the stream was not dog water, this would probably look a lot more impressive.
Come here. They can see us.
What is going to happen? It's time to find out. How can we make it happen?
What's gonna happen? Todd Howard's coming out on stage in a bomber jacket.
What are you waiting for?
I'm here.
She's waiting for 16 times the detail.
Watching more than one.
Oh, does it really, Bart? That's funny.
Are they?
Where are you?
What do they want? I don't like it. I'm scared. This is too bad. Their eyes everywhere can feel them boring into her. Witch. What is she supposed to do? Do something. Ask them.
What do you want me to do?
I have to say, they have milked Senua's Saga for the Series X for a really long time. It feels like it. They might, like, I might have only ever seen it in like 3 different events.
We will find
at most, but it's still, because of the time scale, it feels like they have been just dragging this out. Now, don't get it twisted. This visually looks fucking insane. Like, Senua Saga looks absolutely fucking bonkers in the way that, like, Rise Son of Rome looked bonkers on the original, on the Xbox One. Like, this is a very, very, very impressive looking game. But we're dragging it. We hooked this bitch up to a horse and cart, and we're dragging it through the streets.
You're mine. Your voices. All the parts of you that are...
Is this building up to, like, the music just goes full epic, and then we see, like,
Everything I've seen,
combat? Is that where we're headed?
everything I've done, has led me to this place.
We've come so far, not far enough. Say it. You are ready. Tell them.
I am here. Now. What if we get lost forever?
What will happen to them?
What will happen to you? I will not let them down.
She is ready. They know.
She's acting the shit out of this, though, I'm not gonna lie.
Who are these around you, Senua? Those you have saved? Or those you led to death?
Damn. No gameplay? I mean, in fairness, the gameplay in Senua Saga just looks like that, but you're controlling her. Because it's a... There you have, everyone get excited. Oh, he's butt-ass naked, let's go. Nice bum, where are you from? Oh my, some Austin Powers ass shit. Yeah, here we go. Perfect protection, Brandon.
Oh my god! A stranger! なんだよ。どうかしたか？
なんだよ。
Oh, surf's up, dude. Yeah, dude. Hang loose, bro.
俺がどうかしたのか？は？は？どうなってんだ？
Okay, sure. It's probably stale as fuck. Like a dragon, infinite wealth. Alright. Oh boy, is it here? Is it bingo?
Appalachia. What a sight! A verdant wonderland of promise plucked from post-atomic blight. The fruit of years of prudent progress and determined reclamation, and 15 million dwellers worth of keen imagination. From the heart of West Virginia to the depths of the pit.
Well, we owe it all to Vault 76.
No matter if you roam alone or spend your time with friends, you'll find a home in Appalachia where the good times never end. There are relics to uncover from a time before the war, along with loads of friendly folks to meet and enemies galore. Our world is always changing. Greater foes are overthrown as we embark on expeditions into thrilling new unknowns. Yes, from Appalachian settlements to Nuka World on tour. You're never short on things to do or places to explore.
You know what saved this game?
Seen it all, eh?
Game Pass.
Well, how about this? Pack your bags for an escape of Epicurean bliss. Put your rad shield on and fix your hair up pretty, because we're headed for the boardwalk of Atlantic City. So there you have it. Now you know. There's a million ways to make the wasteland your waste home. And when you hear adventure calling, when you're looking for some kicks, answer the call of Vault.
Answer the call of Vault.
Answer the call of Vault 76. Play it now with Xbox Game Pass.
I'm gonna Xbox Game Pass on that. If you know what I mean.
World premiere.
Oh boy. Oh boy. A Capcom title. Capcom's been fucking crushing it for like 4 straight years now. Almost. If not 4. Onimusha 86. What in the fuck am I? What the encoder is not ready for this game, and I don't mean my encoder. I mean theirs. Like I don't even know what that is. It could be anything. The stream could be a Warshock blot test right now, and I'd say yes, that's exactly what that is. What up, Estergan? Yeah, we're doing this this watch along on YouTube, and you should, if you, well, I mean, you already are, but everyone here should be bell-iconed out of their mind, because Twitch is blowing up the fucking world, and I've got to slowly start spreading my seed, if you will. There's a non-zero chance that my Final Fantasy XVI playthrough will be live on YouTube. Path of the Goddess. I have not, to my knowledge, heard or have seen anything about this. I'm going to allow it. It visually looked interesting. It's Capcom who have been fucking crushing it, so great.
General Motors' historic commitment to performance
Is it time
is
for Forza?
in 2 of its iconic brands, Chevrolet and
Shelby?
Cadillac.
Oh, wait, General Motors. I heard Ford for some reason.
The V-Series.R elevates Cadillac's competitive spirit to a whole new level.
Is this time for the Le Mans tie-in?
Power. The legendary Corvette has been a celebrated champion for decades. The all-new Chevrolet Corvette E-Ray continues that tradition. General Motors is proud to usher in a new era of competition with the innovators behind the new Forza Motorsport.
WeatherTech.
Forza Motorsport and General Motors are
WeatherTech.
pairing their strengths in technical excellence and sophisticated modern design to take bold steps into the future and bring that experience to games.
They green screened the fuck
to
out
welcome
of this.
the Cadillac V-Series.R and the Corvette E-Ray to the home of competition.
I know you're ready.
Love me some Forza. Please make it less dog water than the other two. You've been completely dismantled by Horizon.
Let's tweak the car's performance for the next one.
Do we count this for the rap square? I don't think so. I think this is appropriate.
That was your best lap yet.
This is my
This looks like a visual fucking beauty. Oh, they didn't even talk about the weather. Ruined. Oh, hello, Mr. Spider. Where did you fall?
I have seen all that ever was, and all that
have fun.
ever will be.
What up, Nitro? Elder Scrolls.
Endurance.
It's a Skyrim. It's an Oblivion.
I am the one who knows.
It's the expansion that I own and probably won't play for an exceeding period of time.
For perhaps the first time in my unending existence, I feel disconnected from fate's flow. Unseen forces move against me, hungry for forbidden knowledge. A mystery long kept hidden. A secret that threatens to unravel reality itself.
Alright, so I gotta keep it 100. So far, this has been really mid, this whole thing. Not a lot of gameplay. Some, but not a lot. And I mean, I don't need to see gameplay for Necrom. I mean, that's, I mean, we just did, but like.
CSIS Unit 37. Toronto is under attack.
Toronto is under attack?
Sector.
Who cares?
Different sector this time.
They've taken over most of the city and they're rounding
Who
up
cares?
armies. They need our help.
People are answering Winston's recall. There's new blood on the team, and we have so much to teach them.
I feel so bad for the Overwatch dev team, you have no idea. They had such an absolute banger of an intellectual property, and it just got absolutely ruined by top-down bullshit management. And I just feel so fucking bad for them.
Anything that gets in our way. And puts another business.
I hate to interrupt the moment, but I'm picking up reports of more attacks in other cities.
It's a fight they want. I say let's give it to them.
Engage. Target mark.
Alright, practice zones, that's good. Co-op event. Yeah, we like those. New other game point looks good. Or game mode, sorry. Firing range, love to see it. Story missions, that I don't think is supposed to be happening.
The world is counting on us.
Oh, new character?
Let's go.
Shall we do this together?
New characters?
Engaging.
No, these are existing.
I saw that. Not bad.
New hero starter pack. It did look like maybe one new character. I'm so out of the loop with Overwatch, though, I don't know. More Atlas!
What is this place?
Is this the Persona 5 Tactics game?
Who are these people? No
Tacticum or whatever?
They're attacking us. Our only choice is fighting back. Hey, look over there!
All of them, Dapper.
Get us out of here? So you're telling me you're thieves who steal hearts, and you just happened to stumble into this world? The Rebel Corps will always help the Phantom Thieves, just as the Phantom Thieves have helped the Rebel Corps. Never forget that we're a united force who can rely on each other.
Wow, really a lot of life in that voice, huh?
Grateful to have been made my subjects, but you're just mannerless little brats. Unfortunately, returning will be no easy feat. Somewhere deep inside, I know you realize things can't go on like this. So, will you take a stand beside us?
Hey, 25 from Seth. Hey, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Adam needs to eat. Hell yeah. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, brother. The dono rolled through. Did it actually update appropriately? Or is everything broken? This is supposed to be the YouTube fucking setup on my OBS, but I've got so many different scene collections and profiles now, I'm losing track. I mean, that game looked okay. I'm not the biggest tactics guy in the world. Fantastic, thank you. I appreciate that, Seth. Thank you very much.
Knowledge in the unknown. The wonder is not that the field of stars is so vast, but that we have measured it.
We jumping right into this already? Or is this just like a trailer? Skyrim and Fallout 4 were the two games they leaned on for that. 25 years in the making, are you sure you want to get people that hype?
Committed to the biggest question of all. What's out there? You're part of Constellation now. Part of our family.
What up, Adam Combat? How you doing?
We do not fully understand all that is at work here.
No finer group in the stars to be unraveling this mystery.
I'll follow you from here on out, Captain.
Grab jump is ready. I love this part.
These artifacts could be everything we've been looking for. Another great secret the universe is asking us to unravel.
Human settlements throughout the galaxy could be at risk.
We are not stopping. Whatever lies at the end of this road.
Some of this looks absolutely insane, and some of it looks absolutely mid.
This is where we belong.
Skyrim effect. I'm gonna give props to the logo designer for that, though. This is good shit. I literally get home from the Philippines like 3 weeks or 2 weeks before that game comes out.
World premiere.
World premiere. 8K texture mod's already out on Nexus. Nude mod to follow. Giant anime titties. In-engine footage, which is code for it can technically look like this, but probably won't, and this isn't necessarily gameplay. What in the nutsack is that thing? Have we filled in the not actual gameplay card? If you haven't already, you're allowed. Man, you have got to have a better way of getting up there. Don't nod. Yeah, this sounds familiar now. Actual gameplay. Quality not final, but in-game footage. Rock climbing the video game. Sure. What did that title say?
World premiere.
World premiere. Secret mode? The Chinese room? We don't know what goes on in there. Oil rigger, okay. Some sort of survival horror on an oil rig in the middle of the ocean? Sure. Why not? Seems like a sensible place to have one. Cut 2.0. The sequel to Cut 1.0. I mean, they've got lots of what I would call great-looking indie games, which is always good. You want to be able to pad your stuff out with a bunch of really great indie games, and all these are, all the indie games have looked great so far. But, you know, nothing here so far has been something to get... I mean, Starfield has its own thing, so we're not going to get excited about the trailer. But, But yeah, nothing has been like I know what Phil apparently doesn't give a fuck about selling consoles anymore, evidently. So let's just say it's not a Game Pass seller.
Hi. I'm very excited to be
well, it's a celebrity
Johnny
appearance
Silverhand in the upcoming expansion for Cyberpunk 2077, Phantom Liberty. This new adventure reunites Johnny and V on a dangerous
wow, that
spy
lapel
mission
mic is
and introduces
struggling.
Idris Elba as secret agent Solomon Reed. It's really amazing to share the screen with you, Idris. It's cool to be a part of this game with you, man. As a player, you'll get to visit Dogtown.
Keanu Reeves is the embodiment of a golden retriever.
And rescue the president of the new United States of America. Expect a massive expansion. Twists, secrets, and plenty of stuff to do. I know the team at CD Projekt Red just keeps raising the bar when it comes to telling cinematic stories in video games. And I really can't wait for you to play it on Xbox Series X and S. But enough talking. I'm guessing you want to see for yourself. And so it is my honor and pleasure to give you and introduce the official trailer for Phantom Liberty. Check it out.
Keanu sounds like he has a stroke.
There's
That's the
gotta be a
lapel
way out
mic
of
falling
this.
apart, and he talks through his teeth.
Johnny. I'm dying. There's nothing can stop that.
V. My name is Songbird. I'm an NUS intelligence analyst. I know about the bomb ticking in your head. And I can save your life.
What's the catch?
So at some point, should I definitely go back and play Cyberpunk now that it's actually playable? Should I do that? You guys want to see that at some point? Mike, thank you for that follow. Appreciate that.
Reasons to want Myers as a hostage. Sleeper agents. Time to wake them up.
So NUSA's tossing us back into the fray, huh?
Stay sharp. We're in the war.
All new genital customizations.
Get Myers out of there.
Time to evac.
If I can't have a micro penis, I'm writing an angry letter about representation.
They catch us out here, we're dead.
Wait. Hear that?
God almighty! It's moving! Run! This way! Quick!
Someone ratted us out.
You know, V,
Well, I might change my mind, Dapred.
It's a charade, V.
wherever she goes.
And what is a clitoris really beside a micro penis, am I right?
Songbird promised me. The cure.
The situation has changed. I need to know if you're with me.
Illusion of freedom draws in the desperate. Pick your truth, V.
Come on, got iron in your hand. Gotta put it to someone's head. Pull the trigger.
If I don't do anything, and do it soon, I'll die.
Phantom Liberty! Yeah, now it's a one-and-done expansion. They had so much planned, and it just crashed and burned. Again, I feel bad for the devs. I bet you the absolute crunch time for Cyberpunk was disgusting. Man, I remember buying City Skylines because I was so excited, and I was so unabashedly terrible at that game. Just fucking atrocious. I couldn't figure out on-ramps, off-ramps, I couldn't do it. My city was looking like a scuffed fucking Detroit. Did that pool have a dick and balls? Detroit is a scuffed Detroit. Oh, wow. October 24th. Nice. Okay. Really, none of these exclusives, though. Very few of them. But hey, they led with Fable. Was there actual gameplay in the Fable thing? I'm gonna have to go back and watch it because I missed like the fucking 90% of that.
World premiere.
Oh, it's full anime. Oh, it's full anime. never go full anime, but they said, fuck that, we're going full anime and then some. Zero fate. I'm sorry, what was that sentence? You know this is being put out on PS4 and Xbox One when it's running at 4 FPS. Shake of the hands with the veins! Snap into a Slim Jim! Oh, the crisis in our nation. It wouldn't be a Atlas game without social commentary. It's laid bare! Oh my god, the frame rate is just spectacular. Bro, what in the fuck is going on? Metaphor! Was that a fucking tooth? Metaphor, Fantasio. Fucking the Japanese developers, man. They have to be stopped. How much acid is dropped before half of the shit we just saw in that trailer? But okay, yeah, sure, I'll play it. Yeah, okay.
Humanity's cities have fallen. Our people's only means of survival is to seek sanctuary here, in the Belfry. You must explore this world to find the origins of this evil. And bring hope back to our people.
Can we count a Microsoft Store overhaul as a Microsoft partnership? No, it's its own program. Unfortunately.
You can save humanity.
Alright, so we've got like a 4X-ish tower board. Okay. I mean, we need more co-op shit, so.
World premiere.
World premiere. Until it's leaked on Instagram. In Exile, oh boy, buckle up. BioShock.
This city is a miracle of progress. A finely tuned
Art Deco, the video game.
But it only takes one rebellious little gear to ruin everything.
Yeah, they're showing a lot of games here, no doubt, but there hasn't been a lot to get excited. I don't know if that's just because of the games that they're showing, or if it's because nothing has any breathing room.
Threaten what I have built.
Art Deco Steampunk, the classic combination. Change the past to change the future. Ah, close enough.
did I do?
Any last words before my friend puts one in your scalp?
Clockwork Revolution. You know what? I'm interested. Coming in due time.
Thank you all for joining us. Today is a special day for me and the team. I'm excited to see.
You ended on a game that doesn't even have a release date?
We opened with Fable from Playground Games, which will bring the franchise into the modern era while staying true to its British style and humor. Compulsion and In Exile shared their first original experiences since joining Xbox.
I'm interested in that.
South of Midnight.
I mean, I'm
and
interested in
Clockwork
both of them.
Revolution.
I'm just sad that we didn't, that it was
And we are
like, it's
thrilled
coming.
At how Avowed is shaping up for release next year from the RPG masters at Obsidian. In addition to Avowed, our studios will deliver Hellblade 2, an all-new Microsoft Flight Simulator, Towerborn, and more in 2024. Later this month, players can look forward to Elder Scrolls Online Necrom and Sea of Thieves Monkey Island. As we look to holiday, we will launch Starfield and Forza Motorsport, both built for Xbox
Like, this
Series
is
X,
like,
S,
on paper,
and
all of
PC.
this is good, but for
We are
some reason
also
it just
honored to
didn't
share
show very well.
14 games today from our creative partners, like Star Wars Outlaws from Ubisoft Massive, in collaboration with Lucasfilm Games. 33 Immortals from Thunder Lotus, Kunitsu Gami, Path of the Goddess from Capcom, and more Persona games coming to Game Pass thanks to our continued
No
partnership with
bingos for
Sega
us. Sad.
I'd also like to congratulate
Sad.
the Studio Zero team on Metaphor Refantazio. It's great to be able to premiere what is next from the creators of Persona here in our showcase. We are focused on putting our players and game creators first.
You can count the
in
Japanese
everything
square
we
on
do.
that one, though.
No matter if you choose to play on Xbox, PC, or over the cloud, all gamers are welcome here at Xbox.
That's another square!
When it comes to our consoles, we have heard your feedback.
That's two
on
more
fronts.
squares!
First, we have significantly increased our supply of Xbox Series X, making it easier for fans to find globally. Second, we know you've wanted more storage with Xbox Series S, and I'm excited to share we have some news there as well.
Are we really doing like a hype fucking Western Digital expansion card? We are. I'm gonna count this as a collaboration nobody cares about. Although, oh no, wait, is this just like a whole new S? A re-release? A black S with 1 terabyte? $349. That's a good price. Okay. Okay. The S is holding back some games, though. I'm not gonna lie at this point,
And
but
now
that's
for
a good
the
price.
one more thing you've all been waiting for. Prepare for the most comprehensive deep dive we've ever done for the biggest game we've ever built. So sit tight.
We is
and
a
enjoy
strong word here,
Starfield
Phil.
Direct.
All right, Starfield Direct time. No one more thing? Well, that... I don't know if we got that, but I'll allow it. I'll allow that being the one more thing. I'll allow the Series S to be the one more thing. How is Starfield on the bingo card? Because we already knew it was there. Bomber Jacket is what we're waiting to see. I am shocked they did not talk about the Microsoft Store, given so many of these games are going to be on it.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for
Damn
joining
it,
us today, and
Tons!
welcome to
That's not even a
Bethesda Game
jacket!
Studios. You know, we've been so lucky over
It's
the
just
decades
a
to make the
button-up
kind of
shirt,
games that we love
Todd!
here. And that's thanks
He still has the
to all of
bracelet.
you,
I should have added the
from Elder
bracelet.
Scrolls to Fallout. We
I
love
should have
creating these worlds and
added the
playing in them
bracelet.
just as much as you do. And
I
throughout
gotta
all that
remember for
time,
next
we'd often
time.
talk about and dream up the space game. What if we could take
Not
that feeling
even a
of being where you
jacket.
want to be and exploring a new world, but
Yeah, you
set it
gotta
in
update-
space,
you gotta update
where you
that
weren't really
name there,
limited in
Mike.
Where you could go or what you could do, and that
Update on your account, you'll get
Starfield.
it. It's pretty much
Obviously,
instantaneous.
we've come a long way since then with the games we've built, our technology, and all of us here in the studio. We've done so much together, but, well, we've never tried to make a game like this. Today, you'll get to hear from many on the team and see so much of what we think makes our game special. So let's jump in and take a look.
All right. You better impress me. Oh, we're
Starfield
walking.
is our first new universe in
That's
over
very brown.
25 years. But it's still a Bethesda RPG through and through, where you step into a new world and you get that feeling of unlimited possibilities. But this time, it's not just one world.
It sounds like Adam after inhaling helium.
It's
Oh my
over
god.
1,000 worlds. Because the choice of where to go, it's not ours, it's yours. And it wasn't until now that we had the technology to create it. From the rocks at your feet to the mountains in the distance, to the people
You can go
and
there.
creatures that live in these worlds. That isn't just a backdrop. That moon is actually there orbiting the planet. Yes, you can visit it too.
Yes, you did it, you bastard! You
Realistically
fucking
simulate
asshole! You
the
said it!
galaxy around you. Our
You
next
said
generation
it!
lighting model uses real-time global illumination to light the world based on the type of star and the makeup of the planet's atmosphere.
The light! 16 times the detail!
We also have an all-new animation system.
This is literally
And
the
of
Fallout
course,
76
you
fucking
can play it in
presentation.
third person,
Or first.
and you can play it in first person.
That's the only way to play, by the way, is in first person. Why would you play in third?
We love exploration and rewarding it, but you do explore differently in this game given its scale. That usually
Gamebryo
involves
version
exploring an area you've landed in.
8.93.
You can collect resources,
Not looking forward to that, though. Gonna be
do a
100%
mission,
honest.
and maybe even stumble upon something unexpected.
I don't want to collect resources anymore. I've done it for like 15 years now. I need to pump the brakes. Spacer Punk 2077. Alright. I wonder if each planet has a different gravity amount so that sometimes you can jump like this and other times you can't. Like some planets, like you can't even jump. You're just like pinned to the ground, slow moving. That actually sounds horrible for gameplay, but, you know, let's just throw that out there. So,
We do
Bethesda
love stuff, and all of
doing
the items allow you to
gunplay
pick
scares
everything
me.
up, and you can view all that in your data menu. This is
Don't
the hub
inundate
for
me with
everything you're doing,
items,
from your skills to your
Todd.
ship, your missions, and your inventory. We love to pack a ton of detail in every object.
16
From all of your
times?
weapons to spacesuits to food. We just obsess over the details, and food. We obsess over food. When you're done exploring, you can walk back or fast travel to your ship. We have companions and crew you can take with you. I left Vasco here back at my ship,
Welcome back, Captain Howard.
and he can even say your name. Let's head out.
Our mission was to convey the wonder and majesty of space exploration, to evoke the romance of the golden age of early spaceflight. And we've been referring to this approach as NASA Punk. This means a design language where the tech is advanced, yet
NASA
still looks
Punk
grounded and
2077.
For us, it's that contrast. That's where the visual interest is. Obviously, the NASA, which is the rigid, hard function over style, and then Punk, which is all about style.
You can see that visual style coming through in your ship. Your ship is your home for you and your crew. And like
Inside the
many of
ship looks
spaces in the
fucking
game, it has a
fantastic, though. I'm not gonna
slightly
lie.
retro and
I said this when I
analog
saw
touch.
it before.
A bit
The
of
interiors
lo-fi
all
rather
looked
than
really
sci-fi,
good. The
where
exteriors were a
everything is
little
well
eh.
used, worn, and lived in.
Alrighty. What's the plan, Captain?
This is your star map. It starts with the planet you're currently on. You can see all of its info and resources. You can choose a landing spot or fast travel to known locations. Backing out further, you can view all the planets in the system. Obviously,
Gravity
the game
well.
is big, and it's here you can see planets that have key
Cool idea.
locations, missions, or life on them, versus the many planets that are barren but resource-heavy. Zoom out even further to see all the systems in this part of the galaxy.
Oh, here we go. It's time
Here,
for
you
No
can
Man's
plot
Sky.
close to ones that are light years away. This uses your ship's grav drive to fold space
There's still
and jump to these systems.
Very
You will
few
need to
games
upgrade
like
your
No
ship and
Man's
skills
Sky
if
where you
want
can
to
just
jump
go into
to
the
most
map and
distant
fly
ones.
for like
But
3
for
hours
now,
in one
we'll plot a
direction.
course to the Alpha
And it
Centauri
just keeps
system,
generating
where
shit.
we can find the city of New Atlantis.
And you can go there. Chris, thank you for that follow. I appreciate that. That's quick. Alpha Centauri. Good game on the PC back in the day, by the way.
Scan complete. You are cleared for landing at New Atlantis.
As soon as you land in a city like New Atlantis, your
Oh no, it's a blue-haired liberal!
Boundless, vast.
I'm sorry,
buildings.
I had to.
It's the biggest city we've ever made, not just in size, but also in the amount of custom art, crowds.
Okay, but what can you do in it? Because if it's huge,
The main
great.
focus when we're designing a city is obviously what supports the story. We try and tell as many small stories as possible.
This is a Colony War memorial.
It's a few moments of gameplay that make the space feel like it's full of real characters that are going about their day-to-day lives.
It's paralyzed if you really stop and think about it.
Buddy, it's coffee.
It's also where
But
your
it's
adventure
coffee.
with
You know that
Constellation
voice.
begins.
He's back. The guard is returned. They better have an arrow in the knee fucking reference in this game or I'm gonna be very upset.
Welcome to Constellation. We have a lot to talk about.
By the time you
Okay,
meet
the
them,
characters still
Constellation
look
is
like
sort of seen
Bethesda
as this
characters.
mythical group.
Which
Most
is to
people don't even
say,
know they exist anymore. They're
robotic
the last
as
true
fuck.
explorers in the galaxy, and they're trying to find the answers to some of humanity's
there's
biggest
just you
questions.
can immediately tell when you're looking at a Bethesda game.
So alien. And I'm certain one of them reached out and spoke to you.
Actual Mass Effect.
If you could place it on the table here.
Literally just Mass Effect.
God. Look at how it's coming together.
That means there's a set built by an intelligence outside
Okay,
the
this is
settled system.
one of the worst written
definitely
scenes
an
ever.
eclectic
Okay, that was
cast of
bad. Don't show that again.
You've got Sarah Morgan.
Don't ever show
the
that again.
Ex-soldier and adventurer, now
Please.
Constellation's leader.
Holy
Mateo,
fuck, that was
the
bad.
theologian who believes that there's definitely something else out there. Noelle, the gifted scientist and
Was she
Sarah
the
Morgan's
first?
protege. And Walter, a very successful businessman in the settled systems and Constellation's financier.
Anything goes as long as you have the money.
There's also Vlad, the ex-pirate, Sam Coe, the former space cowboy.
Yo, you
and
know the memes for him.
You know what I hate about
Another
these pirates?
settlement needs your help.
Completely resistant to my otherwise irresistible charm.
The journey you take with Constellation is just the first of many you'll embark on. The Settled Systems is home to all kinds of different stories, people, and adventures for you to uncover.
Oh yeah, this is still a never-ending and evolving Gamebryo engine. Which means we're probably gonna have bugs here that existed in 2002.
The United Colonies is where you'll find New Atlantis, the first major human settlement in space. The people who live here value law, discipline, and the legacy of humanity. They consider themselves the true children of Earth.
You ever think of joining up with the Vanguard?
They're the
Like
racists.
the United Colonies, even get your UC citizenship?
New Atlantis isn't the only city within the United Colonies. The city of Sidonia on Mars to this day serves as the largest mining facility for the United Colonies.
Found the bricklayers.
beyond the United Colonies' reach, you might find yourself in a much more wild and independent coalition of star systems. This is Freestar Collective Space.
Oh boy, it's the space spaghetti western.
The Freestar Collective is Aquila City.
The Stone Root Inn is an Aquila City fixture.
A ranger relies on judgment and intuition to do what's best for the people.
Okay, this is just...
Neon started
Why?
out as a
And now,
fishing
no,
platform,
now we're not doing
but is now
cyberpunk.
known throughout the settled systems as a pleasure city where almost anything goes.
If you've got morality issues, this definitely isn't the job for you.
Why is it all a trope?
And brightest of today for our future tomorrow.
Everyone has been chewed up and ground up by Neon. Try not to get yourself killed, all right?
Outside the bounds of civilized space, there are still plenty of unclaimed systems to explore, but these areas are also home to the most hostile factions in the galaxy.
The great serpent hungers. All heathens shall be made dust in time.
She's speaking in parcel tongue.
A new face. Is this the face of a brave runner here to challenge the Red Mile?
They think the galaxy is theirs. They are wrong. It belongs to the Crimson Fleet. It always has.
In Starfield, we're pushing our cities and settlements further than we ever have before. It's all there, waiting for you. A slice of humanity's future.
So, ready to get out there?
Oh, you better show me more than that. You better show me
Throughout
some,
the galaxy,
like, extended
there are so many
gameplay.
things to see and stories to experience. But the most important story is the one that you tell. I'm the type of person who spends hours in character creation, and I think people are going to be really excited when they see all of the improvements we've made.
One of the biggest overhauls was done through our character generation system.
We scanned a wide range of faces from different age groups and ethnicities, and by mixing
And
and
then
matching all that
butchered
data,
them
we were able to create
mercilessly
highly
inside
detailed
of the
and diverse
Gamebryo
characters.
engine.
We use that exact system to create all of the characters and NPCs you're going to see in the game. So any character you see almost always is a character you could make yourself.
Hey, come on, come on. Okay, take it easy. You were out cold.
Master
no
Chief?
Physical damage. Mentally, the jury's still out. You know who you are? New recruit for Argos Extractors? Ring any bells?
All
Any
right,
of
we
this
opening the
look
game
familiar?
now. Okay.
You start your character creation journey as though you're cycling through employee records. You'll pick from a lineup of 40 presets, and that'll be your starting point. Your journey from there can be as detailed or as quick as you want it to be. This new system has
Hell
more to
yeah!
offer than ever
I'm
before.
too sexy for my strut. Too sexy for my strut.
It's also the simplest character generation system we ever had. We let the player get as
dude
close
is
as possible
yoked.
to make whatever they want. With the various facial morphs you can blend together, the dermaesthetic,
This man
and makeup,
works on
blemishes,
character
scars,
creation and
piercings,
then
teeth settings.
does
It's a lot.
a
But I think it's the most
lot
fun to
of
use.
gym.
Character creation is more than just how you look. This is also where you start to decide who you want to be. That's where backgrounds come in. Backgrounds give you a bit of backstory and start you out with 3 basic skills.
From chef to Dusty. You know, the crew still has a betting pool about which
Oh
restaurant
god,
would
the
be
uncanny
most
valley of
to
their
wind up
characters
here.
are so
What's
fucking
great about backgrounds
just
is you never know when yours is going to come in handy. You could be in the middle of a fancy restaurant talking to some guy, and suddenly you learn he needs a beast hunter to help track down a monster.
Fine. I probably should stick to professionals anyway, given what happened the last time.
We're also giving you the option to customize your build even further by letting you pick up to 3 traits.
Will
Traits are
Bethesda ever
completely
make a
optional,
game where their
and they come
characters
with their
don't
own advantages and
look like that?
disadvantages.
Is
You
that
could
ever
choose
gonna
to meet
happen?
your biggest fan.
Ever? No, they didn't.
Really, you?
Oh my
They'll join your
fucking
crew
god.
And give you gifts if you're willing to put up with this constant commentary.
I can't believe I get to stand near you, breathing the same air.
I've got to have every molecule.
My favorite trait is kid stuff. You
They
have to pay
fucking
some
did
credits
it.
to support your parents, but
The
they're very
crazy
sweet, and
bastards
it's really fun
did-
to
now-
go visit them.
Honey, we got ourselves a visitor.
I would have preferred to have not known that
I
was in the
came across some
game.
hostile zealots in space,
And then found out on my
because I
own,
had chosen
personally.
A trait that made me the same religion as them. I was able to get by without any issues.
There's another great one that gives you a damage buff when your health is low, but mercenaries will randomly show up and try to kill you. No matter what you choose, there will be plenty of ways for you to tell your story. And if you want to remove a trait, there are ways to do that too.
What a view! It's a feast for the eyes.
Oh my god.
Off we go.
He's
to
literally...
another adventure.
We'll let you discover that on your own.
Oh my god.
Once you've built the perfect character, that's when your journey can really begin. We took what we loved about skills and perks from our previous games.
Are you going golfing,
and put them together
or are you
to create
producing?
an all-new skill system. Each time you level up, you get a skill point.
This man showed up to the video in a
which can be used to
visor.
unlock or rank up skills. Ranks are unlocked by completing challenges associated with that skill. Challenges become increasingly difficult as you work your way to higher ranks. With our 5 different skill trees and 4 ranks per skill, there's a lot to choose from.
I like the Xenosociology skill because it lets you mind control aliens.
Boost pack out of the gate. I'm boost packing everywhere.
I like maxing out my physical tree so I can get neuro strikes and just punch my way through combat. That one's a lot of fun.
Space boxing.
Invest in the skills that suit your playstyle.
That visor. Why?
I'm very much a stealth player. So, I'm out there pickpocketing everyone. My favorite part about being stealthy
Is there a stealth bow?
is slowly creeping through vents like you're in
Can-
a movie.
Can we be stealth
and then
bow?
jumping out and springing on people.
Whenever possible, I like to talk my way through situations.
This area's off limits. Fine, I'll issue you an access card.
I'm more of a run and gun player. I like doing a death from above.
Oh, what up,
thing
Mr.
where
Black?
I boost pack over guys and I throw landmines at them. I like blowing stuff up.
Okay, can we just get like 15 straight minutes of gameplay now? Like if somebody playing the game. Please. I need that.
Exploration is a key aspect of all our games. In Starfield, there are full star systems with new life, resources, and adventures.
God, the interiors look so good and everything else looks so mid and the characters look so dated.
We study data
And the
from NASA
combat
and
looks
a multitude of other
so
sources to
Bethesda.
help us make the world feel believable. From the way we approached planetary atmospheres to the way we placed biomes based on the planet's distance from the sun. Once we had created a grounded world, we could start looking at all the things that make that world fun. When you leave a planet and head into space,
Just bringing everything down here.
navigating asteroid fields, having chance meetings with
We're gonna
interesting
go
strangers,
probably.
dogfighting in space, and
Well, I'll just come up and let you
exploring
know.
derelict ships.
You get yourself ready whenever. That's fine. I can go over before you if you need to.
It's all out there.
That's fine. Yeah.
Ultimately,
I heard
it's
to have
about
Weight Watchers.
rewarding your curiosity. Because whether it's on the surface of a planet, the alleys of a city, or the vastness of space, you never know what you'll find.
Space exploration is possible thanks to your ship.
Your ship is
Now, if you let me
almost like
customize the
having
fuck out of my
another
ship,
character
I'm
or
gonna
home
forgive a
you can
lot of
make
stuff.
all your own. I think you'll be blown away by the amount of stuff you can do. You can buy a ship.
I'm sure you can find something you like.
Customize and upgrade that ship. And hire a crew to keep it up and running. And it all starts in spaceports. Every spaceport has a ship technician where you can purchase, sell, and modify ships.
Anything I can help you with?
Maybe you start off with a speedy fighter that's perfect for bounty hunting. Then you might round out your ship roster with a hulking space freighter to run cargo missions, or even do a little smuggling. For now, though, we're going to take
I'm
our
smuggling
starting ship to
grapes.
the frontier and make some changes. You can customize and upgrade everything you see here, and you have two ways to do that. You can quickly upgrade individual systems like your weapons or shields, or you can deep dive and enter the shipbuilder mode.
Space
Here you
grapes.
can change anything, from the systems to the look and layout.
Yes.
Adding a new habitat module
space
can give you more
grape.
room for crew.
Nova Galactic.
Adding cowling
Whoa,
can
shit!
change
I'm
your
in the
ship's
game. I
overall
can't
silhouette.
stop now.
An improved grav drive allows for longer distance space jumps. You can even fully customize your paint job to get the exact look you want. The parts you choose to build with don't just affect your ship's stats.
Honestly, the thing that threw me for a
They'll
loop the
also
worst
affect
so
what
far
you
that
can
turned
do
me off
inside your ship.
was how tropey all
You
the
can have
various
modules for
locations were.
crafting,
It's like, here's the
or
basic
for
human
storing
one,
and displaying your weapons.
or Earth one.
Starfield's
Here's the
in-game
wild
ship
fucking
manufacturers
West
bring
in
their
space.
own look and feel
Here's
to
the
every piece
cyberpunk
of your
planet.
ship.
Yep.
From living quarters to cargo holds, mess halls, and control rooms.
Hey, Eugene, thank you very much for that follow.
Our modified Frontier is a practical ship, but with a little creativity, your ship can look like almost anything you want.
Almost.
It's a bit odd, but one
But
of my
can it
favorite
look
ways
like a
of
penis?
customizing ships is I make them look like animals.
But can you make it look like a
The
penis?
HMS Platypus, as I called it,
The platypussy, right?
where it had a giant tail to it. And we've done spiders, we've done mechs. So it's really whatever
What the
your
fuck?
imagination is.
What the fucking
And while you can
scuffed
build your
Optimus
home among
Prime
the
is
stars
that?
the way you want to, you're probably not the only person who will call your ship home.
Before time began, there was the Gamebryo engine.
You are, Captain.
Engines ready.
The Frontier is fueled and ready, Captain.
Some of the members of Constellation can join you on your journey. These companions can serve on your crew, and they'll always be there when you travel.
We'll be traveling together until we either find an artifact or this lead runs dry.
Each companion comes with their own valuable skills for your ships and outposts, as well as
I love it
unique
when my
quest lines.
facial hair looks like
Eventually,
I
some
trimmed my
friendships might
pubes
blossom
and
into
pasted it to my
romance.
face.
I don't know that I've ever really loved
Oh no.
anyone
Oh no.
except you.
And if you're
Oh,
looking for a
God.
little extra help on your ship, you can always hire additional crew at spaceports.
Got any room on your ship for someone like me?
You'll also meet potential crew members out in the world.
Still think there might be a spot for me on your ship?
No.
Get off this rock.
I'm leaving you here.
Assign a crew to your ship or outposts, and their unique skills
I'm
will
leaving
affect
you
how
on
they
this
run.
moon.
And just like companions, most crew members can lend a hand in the field. Take Bosco, for instance.
He's designed around the core basics.
The
of a
lusty
NASA
robot
machine.
made. There better be.
Avoid getting shot. You might die.
I still wanted to give it almost a humanoid personality, so I elongated the limbs. This tends to make him feel more human-like and give him a little personality.
It is a shame exploration requires so much bloodshed.
Great. Sassy
Using the
robot.
shipbuilding tools and crew
Check.
selection features in Starfield, you'll be able to build and captain the ship of your dreams. And now, let's take to the sky.
Like, some of this looks so fucking good. And then some of it looks so damn terrible. Like, this looks great. And that looks great.
We're putting you in the cockpit of your very own spaceship and telling you that you can do
pretty much anything. And that is really cool for us as developers. Spaceflight should be exciting and dangerous, and you should feel like you're in complete control every step of the way. We've extended that sense of control to ship combat. It's not about just hitting your triggers to fire your weapons. It's a complex dance between your piloting skills and our power allocation system. Boosting power to your engines will make your ship faster.
Okay, we're doing this. All right.
Powering up the grav drives will shorten the amount of time it takes before you can make a jump.
Several games have done this. It's a good system.
And moving your power to your weapons and shields means you're ready for a fight. You should always be on your toes because you're not alone out there.
All right, space combat time. Already dipping into like the 23
Unlocking the
FPS.
targeting control system skill will allow you to zero in on specific subsystems of the ship you target. After destroying an enemy ship,
Oh, the
you can
frame
loot the
rate.
remains from your cockpit.
God.
You can always
Fuck.
turn any ship that engages you into scrap. But you can also take a more personal
Disable it?
approach by docking with the enemy vessel and boarding their ship.
Oh, boarding raids. I like that. That's cool.
Once
Set
you've taken
phasers to
control of the enemy
mid.
ship, it's yours. Add it to your fleet and retrieve it at any spaceport.
Okay.
But space is way more than fighting for your life. Just like when you're planetside, there are plenty of sights to see and stops to make on the way to your next adventure. Like these massive star yards. Walk the halls, talk to the crew, maybe get talked into buying a whole new
Where's the
ship.
boarding module on the Scuff Prime ship? It's the butthole. Why do you have... I know that's supposed to be like a Kraken, but why do you have a pussy on your face?
Like the UC Vigilance.
What was that?
Or rub elbows with the galaxy's wealthy elite on a cruise ship fit for the stars. There are plenty of personal encounters to be had as well. You can hail any ship you come across to trade, swap info, or maybe even commit an act of piracy.
Let's do this.
When I'm
The
playing, I
Geneva
generally go
suggestions.
crazy. I definitely go like the more piracy routes. I want to take over ships. I'm going to board ships. I'm like, this is now mine. I steal all the sandwiches and put them, in my cargo hold that I have specifically for sandwiches. I don't want to play the hero, but I want to go out and just start taking things from people as quickly as possible.
Some strangers might be looking for a little human connection in the darkness of space.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, stranger. I just finished cooking up some
The
food.
sandwich pirate.
You want to come on over? Just
I'm in.
by.
Some of the best moments are the ones you discover on your own. The thing I love most about Starfield is that it is a Bethesda game through and through. It's really about going to strange new places, meeting interesting people, and getting sidetracked on zany adventures. Then, realizing 2 hours later that you're involved in a completely new story.
You're human. We thought we were the only ones to leave.
Am I?
That DNA is so present here. It's in our random encounters, it's in our handcrafted quests, and it feels so cool to play it and just make your own path in this universe. There are over 1,000 planets out there, just waiting for you to visit. We want you to feel like explorers, breaking ground on new planets, exploring every inch of a mostly untouched galaxy. We want you to feel hopeful. We want you to feel this sense of awe and wonder, and sometimes a little fear. We're giving you a massive playground and a ton of toys, and just setting you free.
God, this game feels like it's sitting on a razor's edge of being absolutely incredible and insanely disappointing. But you know what you can look forward to at the very least? The modding community.
Hey everybody, we've shown you so much stuff.
That's still not a bomber jacket, Todd!
And show you something a little bit different.
Collector's edition?
We put so much detail into our game worlds, and
16
we love the opportunity
times.
to bring that into the real world
The
with our
detail.
collector's editions. And for this game, we've done a watch. It is the Constellation Explorer's watch. This is the watch that you actually get in the game.
That's
It
kinda
acts as
dope.
Part of your HUD, where it's the compass and then environmental information. It connects to your phone to give you notifications and other information. And we've also designed this really cool case that it comes with, Istvan.
Yeah, we really took as much care in designing this case as we did the watch. Our attention to detail in the game totally translates to this. Inspired by the cases that the astronauts used during the Apollo era to bring back
Yeah,
samples
Panic
from
is
the
doing
moon.
it. Panic is
It's got
buying
the
it
intricate
immediately.
locking mechanism, authentic, heavy, comes with a Constellation patch, NATO strap, and the overall.
But can we
functionality
get
and
space
believability of
rum
this as something that
in a
exists
plastic
in the world,
bottle?
in the Starfield universe?
Oh, and hey, take this. You'll find it very useful out there. And it even tells the time.
We actually have something else. Now that we're part of Xbox, we get to work with the amazing people on the Xbox hardware team, and together we have created this custom limited
That's
edition
a dope
Starfield
controller.
It's awesome. It is now, our favorite controller.
I need
Love
it
this because
in
it's
the pro
inspired by
model,
actual
though.
Controls of your spaceship, and not only that, we've created the first ever custom headset with Xbox, and this is a perfect pairing with that controller.
Not bad tie-ins. They map to the controls in the game, which is kind of cool to have on the controller. It's a good idea. I'm gonna say the headset's about 160 bucks. The watch will be 200. Maybe more.
In every one of our games, we always put so much care into all those little details that breathe life into our worlds. But Starfield isn't just a Bethesda Game Studios world, it's a Bethesda Game Studios galaxy. So why go this big with Starfield? Because we want to give you freedom on a galactic level. The freedom to experience both the exciting planets and the quiet ones. Scanning
And there's a lot of quiet
is
ones.
a great way to get a sneak peek at the available resources you can use for crafting, building, and customizing.
Okay.
I think what's cool about
Good
this
idea.
whole system that we generate the planet itself as a procedural content, but the handcrafted content itself comes as the player explore. Our system builds the planet as the player approaches it. We stitch together a block of terrain. After that, we have the system that adds interesting locations.
In fairness to them, they did build a pretty wild system to make some of this work. There's a Lex Friedman podcast where he interviews Todd Howard and he talks a bit about it.
Touch of environmental storytelling that Bethesda is known for.
Aggressive creatures have been disrupting our experiments.
At this point,
Their
environmental
habitat isn't far
storytelling for
from here.
Bethesda is there's a skeleton holding on to his where his dick used to be on the ground somewhere. Like that's every time.
You would have a different story to tell.
The fact that the frame rate at exactly 0 times in this looked like it was north of 30. Which isn't
It's
shocking,
completely up to you,
given
how you
it's
want to
the Game
interact
Real
with each
engine
planet.
running on a
Whether you
console.
want to explore and see what you can find, harvest resources and be on your way, or simply take in the views. With the help of your scanner, you'll chart the uncharted and discover exotic wildlife.
If you have the skills, you can even figure out that certain creatures and plants.
As per usual, I swear to God, modders are going to go fucking wild with this game.
You can get experience and rewards for fully surveying planets and fully surveying a whole
Shit's
system.
going to get very real.
When we were concepting these creatures, we really wanted to think of them as natural to the environment. We didn't want alien monsters, we wanted native wildlife. Something you've never seen before.
When it comes to our exteriors, when the sun moves, all that light is calculated in real time through the atmosphere. Our biggest goal for lighting with Starfield was to make the game feel more filmic, to use lighting and color to really make it feel more cinematic.
Like, some of this looks fucking phenomenal. Like, as mid as other shit can look, I mean, some of this is, there's no denying that it looks really good. It's just kind of, you'd be lying to yourself if you said a lot of this doesn't look really fantastic.
After some exploring, you can find a spot to set up a base camp.
Oh, I just mean
Outposts can be
visually,
built almost
Drekka. I'm
anywhere
not
on any planet. And the habitat modules come in all shapes and sizes, filling all different purposes. You can even live in them. Assign crew and companions to work at your outposts for added bonuses,
All right.
and set up extractors to harvest resources while you're away.
We've officially reached base building.
We have a new fly cam, where you can toggle between on-foot building, or you can now use a top-down isometric camera, which helps plan out larger parts of the outpost and placing those larger halves. So that way you can really plan your structures and what the overall feel of your outpost is. And then when you're on your feet, you can really decorate and fine-tune things much easier.
Like anything that has this much or this many mechanics, this much like depth of gameplay in terms of the amount of minutia, the concern is always what supports that.
Add crafting and research stations in your outpost to utilize any resources you find or already have.
Mod your weapons.
Like, I feel like I've been watching this the whole time. It's just been more and 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 more.
Different ammunition.
And like, I feel like I'm not even playing it yet. And I'm feeling lost in the sauce.
All you stealth players out there will surely need a suppressor. You can also choose to go hands-on with melee weapons.
I think it's always a delicate balance between like what's realistic, what's sim, and what's Hollywood. And I think we sort of err on the side of like what's fun for the player.
With Starfield, we've completely overhauled our combat. It's more dynamic, the animations are more fluid. It just feels great.
It would be very odd for them to have any kind of multiplayer, because having all of this work at once in multiplayer would be, on the Gamebryo engine, even modified, would be a
One of the
nightmare.
many factors to pay attention to when engaging in combat. You may need to switch things up based on your environment. Gravity is different for each planet, and boost packs are excellent for getting around. And for giving you an edge in combat. Sometimes you'll even feel like you're flying.
I'm not feeling great about the gunplay. The guns look cool,
Firing a
but
ballistic
like,
weapon in 0G will actually push you backwards. Energy weapons, on the other hand, offer a more stable shooting experience.
We also have mag weapons. These are high-powered electromagnetic induction ballistic arrays. Each barrel has its own targeting laser and can dish out some serious damage. Whether you want to get up close and personal with your own 2 fists,
oh, 4
or you like more
FPS.
compact weapons like pistols and submachine guns, or maybe you prefer something bigger.
That's some Fallout shit right there. Looks like you can choose which shoulder you're firing over, which that's, you know, that's nice. Oh, we got into superpowers now? There's another level?
Thanks again for being with us today.
No, we're just not gonna go there.
Grateful that you've taken the time and spent it here. I know there was probably a lot to take in. There's a lot to the game, even more than we could show here. You know, as we play it, we're always sharing these unique and special moments that only a game like this can bring. When I think about what makes it special, it really is the people here. This game is a reflection of the incredible and passionate team that made it. All of them putting something special of themselves into it. So let's hear some of their favorite moments.
I love the way that our final combination of all the new tech has come together to create some of the most beautiful sunsets and sunrises we've ever had in any of our games.
I love the creatures, the exploration, every biome is different. The word that comes to mind is vast.
I like to use our photo mode to take rockstar photos.
I just love that constant feel
Rockstar
of discovery,
photos.
and wow, I can't believe that there's more here.
I'm most excited about our outpost building systems.
My favorite part is every time you step out on a planet, it's a unique experience.
You spend all this time building your ship, and you see it on the landing pad. These things are gigantic. It's the kind of thing that you just can't get anywhere else.
There's something about seeing a tower over in the distance and going, I know the gravity's low here. I think I can make that jump.
My favorite part is biomes, spaceships,
audio design,
planets,
The day-night cycle,
Those details matter to me.
Diplomacy,
exploration,
freedom.
the ending.
Basco, obviously.
I love the robots so much.
The incredible amount of worlds we created.
Sniper rifles, come on.
Lever action, rocket launcher.
Brain sprout. I love, but some people might find creepy. I don't know. I know it's right, Ben.
Lever
The thing that I
action
enjoy
rocket
most about
launcher?
the game is the freedom to be who you want to be, do what you want to do. It's what you've come to expect from a Bethesda title, but on a much bigger scale.
On behalf of all of us, we can't wait for you to play Starfield and make your own special moments.
Let's go. Good luck, Constellation. You are go for launch.
Listen, there's a lot going on there. If I take out the fact that, you know, the characters look like Bethesda characters, visually that's about all I had concerns for. I'm playing this on PC, frame rate is not my concern. It's gonna be busted and fucking weird, every Bethesda fucking title is. It didn't stop me from enjoying every other game they've ever made eventually. Is it annoying? Yes. Is anyone else doing anything that has this much fucking scope right now, other than Star Citizen? No. So, there's a lot of promises. There's a lot of promises there. Can they keep the majority of those promises? Can they pull that off? I wish I could say I know from watching that really lengthy, and props to them, very long showing of the game. I wish I could say I had the answer immediately. I don't. That's a lot of promises to keep. And now we're sizzling with this reel. No Man's Sky has bigger scope. Not really. Scope of like, it's what it allowed to generate. But beyond that, no. Pretty much everything you can do in No Man's Sky, you're doing there within reason. Plus, it has a lot more story content and a lot more combat options. No Man's Sky is multiplayer, but it was designed for multiplayer. Don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to talk shit about No Man's Sky. It's a goddamn incredible game. But I'm also not going to say that No Man's Sky has a bigger scope. The scopes are both huge in both games. They're slightly different, but Starfield, from anyone that's ever developed a game would tell you, Starfield is a bigger scope than No Man's Sky. Because of the things specifically that they are allowing you to do. For example, like, you know, the reason why No Man's Sky can scope up like it does is because everything is procedurally generated. This game has a lot of procedural generation that is done with more granular detail, but it also allows you to do stuff like customize your ships with a fair amount of leeway, for example. And, I mean, there's no comparison in terms of story content, both written and generated, between the two games. No Man's Sky has almost nothing. But, yeah, a lot of promises to keep. That's the show. Halo didn't even get shown off. That's probably for the best, if we're being honest. That was not good enough, overall. They had good stuff in there, but there was not enough wow moment, or games that were like Fable is shown off, but evidently no gameplay. At least we saw something. It exists. Perfect Dark, we know, is basically dead in the ground right now as far as developers go. Yeah, there just wasn't. There were some games that were very interesting in there, though. Like, no doubt. There were at least 3 or 4 that I could certainly see myself picking up and playing, and having some interest in. No question. Some that were new intellectual property, which is always nice to see. So that's fine. But a lot of trailers that were just rolling trailer to trailer into trailer into trailer. Not a lot of stuff that really stuck with me. So yeah, I mean, that's like that showcases. I'll give them a B- just for the sheer amount of Starfield that they showed off. Because very few games ever actually, before launch, show that much shit in a singular, like, setting. Like, it's very rare for that to happen. It doesn't happen very frequently. So I'll give them a B- just from that perspective. You know, all the games they showed during the showcase looked pretty good, but pretty good was not what Xbox needs. Xbox needs incredible. And as DK was saying, thankfully, you know, as Phil would say, they just don't need games. You know, games aren't what are going to sell the consoles, or good games. They just, you know, that doesn't matter. So great news for Xbox. I think they showed off too much Starfield, which is kind of weird to say. I don't disagree. There were parts in there of the game that I would have liked to have seen for myself, like inside jokes, like the you know, the fan making a return from Oblivion. You know, stuff like that, I think I would have preferred to have just seen on my own. I think part of the problem for that is that the game has so many mechanics, and I bet you there are more that we didn't even see. It's so mechanic dense that, you know, in order for them to show things off within reason, it had to be lengthy. I feel like they showed off parts of the game I don't think were highlight worthy, per se. But then again, if you ask me what should they have done differently, I don't fucking know, man. I don't know. I think that they are between a rock and a hard place. This is a game that they are putting a lot of effort into. That they are confident enough to say things like the first new IP in 25 years from the, you know, award-winning developers of Skyrim and Fallout 4, and they're really putting a lot of fucking pizzazz on this shit. And so, you know, Microsoft is banking very hard. I don't give a shit what Phil Spencer says. He's sweating it right now. Everyone there is sweating it right now. Because despite the fact that Xbox has lots of good games, they for reasons they need to figure out, are not the games that are selling their service or selling consoles. And I also don't care what Phil says, they need to sell more consoles. We're not at a point now yet where just playing Game Pass everywhere is this magical thing. And if a handful of people on social media are going to dictate the entire brand image of Xbox, which is kind of what's been happening, which is, you know, has been that case with gaming in general, PlayStation or otherwise, then you need to make sure that you're doing certain shit, whether you think it's important or not. Starfield though, I think the tale of Starfield specifically is that in Starfield's showcase, they made a lot of promises. A lot of promises. I knew ahead of time that the combat was probably going to be mid at best, because if you think about it, Bethesda has literally never in their life, in their main series, the combat's never been good. Ever. Morrowind, bad. Oblivion, bad. Skyrim, bad. Fallout, bad. None of it's ever been good. It's all been what I would call serviceable. And so I knew the combat when they started trying to bring out like guns and shit and everything else. We got Fallout really as a baseline for that, but they don't have like the what's it fucking called again? The system where like the bullet time shit. I can't remember what that's called in Fallout right now off the top of my head. Anyway, they don't have that to lean on anymore. So it's just the combat is laid bare, and it was never going to be amazing. That's it. Thank you. Couldn't remember the acronym. So, I like Dishonored's combat. Oh, I'm talking about like, so Bethesda produces games, but I mean like the developer the developer arm. So, the team that does those games are not this. It's not the same group of people. And Dishonored games are quite good, and you can immediately tell because the combat is nothing like any of the other Bethesda developed games. So we'll see. I have no hope for the combat. Modders might be able to tighten it up later on. Visually, despite running like ass, which is to be expected, I feel bad for Series S users because they're gonna have to do some shit to make that work. I think visually it looked great. My other big gripe that I brought up before is not a big fan of the of the tropiness of the main locales that we saw. Like, here's an entire place dedicated to the spaghetti western, and here's the entire place dedicated to the cyberpunk theme, and here's an entire place dedicated to, you know, the utopian Eden, you know, human Eden world. And like, so I was hoping, like, Bethesda always has a certain tongue-in-cheek, you know, in their games at points, but this seemed like there was, okay, let me put it this way. There was too much Fallout and not enough Elder Scrolls in the tonal language that I was seeing there. And I'm a bit concerned that some of that tonal language is going to conflict with one another in unpleasing ways. Being able to customize your ship, hire a crew, have multiple ships, all that stuff, that's dope. That's dope. Being able to, you know, I'll be very interested in how much story content there is, how much there is to discover. You know, there are in Bethesda games always a myriad of little side quests and things that you can go off on, and lots of that can sometimes be some of the best content in their games. This is scaled up pretty dramatically from their previous titles, so I'm interested to see what people discover over time, where, you know, that maybe aren't on their first playthrough, and then go from there. But yeah, I didn't leave feeling super excited about it. I had a small amount of hope that I was going to leave that showcase, Starfield showcase, feeling more excited about it. I can't say that showcase moved the needle for me from what I already had seen and knew. And that might just be me. I can't fault them. They showed a lot of really good, like, they showed a lot of shit there, right? So it might just be me and my tastes, right? And less about the game itself. So we don't have too much longer to wait. This is coming out this year. I can't see them trying to pull off any delays. That would be be atrocious. That'd be catastrophic for them if they delayed them. So I can't imagine that's going to happen. But yeah, the planets being 90% of the story mode. My concern is, like, the main story is actually only going to be like 10 planets, and then there's going to be like 990 planets, and of those 990, so you can see what they're doing. So some of them are handcrafted specifically for you to come across that aren't main mission, and then a lot of it is procedurally generated upon approaching a planet using their procedural generation system. That, again, if you're interested in hearing more about Starfield, that Lex Friedman podcast is kind of insightful. With Todd opened up a fair amount about it, but very interesting. Different from No Man's Sky. So it allowed them to generate worlds that didn't look as generated as No Man's Sky worlds look, while also allowing them to put in handcrafted stuff in the generated portions of these worlds, and marry those two things together. So they're hoping that a lot of this side content that isn't entirely hand tooled still gives enough of the feel of being handcrafted, that you can tell it's not a big meaty fucking side mission, but you're still getting something out of it. And that'll be a challenge for them to pull off. It looks like they've done a decent job of it, but oh boy, I left feeling slightly better than I did before, but with so much stuff they showed, I should be more excited, but we'll see. This has the ability to be a 9 out of 10, but I think it's going to be a 7. Yeah. Man. From what I've seen, depending on how bad the performance part of it is, it's looking like an 8 to me. If you get rid of performance issues as like a major deterrent for some people, which clearly, if you are playing Tears of the Kingdom, We know there's an enormous amount of people. This will piss me off. Like, Tears of the Kingdom doesn't have a lot of bugs in it, but from like a frame rate and all this shit perspective, if I have to watch the media suck the dick dry for the Legend of Zelda, and it runs at like fucking 23 FPS 60% of the time, and then go on to Starfield on consoles, especially on like the Series S or an X in quality mode, where it's gonna run 30 FPS and drop below that. If I have to see them bitch, I don't, man. You gotta be able, if you're gonna allow Nintendo to build games on that toaster and not give them shit for it, you gotta allow other games to enjoy the same thing. Anything in this presentation you would want day one? I mean, I do want Starfield day one. I can't deny that I want Starfield day one, but I think that's like a given for a lot of people. I would say of the other games that I saw in this whole thing, I can't remember the names of them because I'm really bad with names, but the two games that Phil talked about at the end, one from In Exile and one from Obsidian. I don't know about day one, but I'm intrigued. I haven't seen enough of Fable to know if I care. It's essentially a trailer, no gameplay, and so that tells me it's still a really long way away. And how am I supposed to really? I like, it's hard for me to sit back and be like, yeah, Fable, fuck yeah. Like Fable 1 and 2 are phenomenal. Fable 2 is the best in the series. 3 was just kind of mid, and anything that was Fable related afterwards was terrible. And so this is a game being made by Playground Games, who make Forza Horizon. Now, I don't get it twisted. I think Playground Games are clearly and incredibly one of the most talented developers in the industry, but when you're talking about going from making Forza Horizon to making Fable, visually, we know it's going to be there. They are fucking amazing with visuals. So it's like, how do they pivot? You know, clearly they're going to be hiring people external what they have for fucking making Forza Horizon. I mean, clearly, but like, you understand what I mean. That is a pivot. That is a big pivot to be making. So I need to see more gameplay from Fable before I get remotely excited. Clockwork and Avowed, yeah, those were interesting. The nicest surprise for me was the rock climbing game. Looked beautiful. I kept simple game. I like simple games. Yeah. People were a little down bad on that, but I wasn't like crazy excited about it, but it looked interesting, and it's a simple concept, and it was a good looking game. I said that earlier in the event or the showcase. I said, everything is an extension of our of that the podcast where we were talking about meat and potatoes versus sides, and Xbox in this event once again brought a whole bunch of phenomenal sides, and the indie games, all of the indie games looked good to great. And so Xbox has no problems with their indie games, no problems with their third parties. They've got that new game from Atlas. I want that day one because it looks batshit crazy. What was it called? Metaphor. So there's Metaphor. Great, awesome. So they got all these good little side dishes. But they need that main course hype. And Starfield was obviously their big sell for the main course, and I think they only got about 60 to 70% of the way there in terms of convincing anyone that it is something to be really excited about. That wasn't it was Atlas. A lot of Atlas in this. Persona 3, the remake, Persona 3 Reload or whatever, and then there was the Persona 5 Tactics, or Tacticum, and then Metaphor. Payday 3 looked pretty good. Did you see Payday 3, Jeff? Did you see that one? The trailer? City Skyline 2 looked pretty good too. But again, like we're talking about all these like really great, but like pretty much all of them were third party, which is, you know, a fair fucks. That's what it was like in PlayStations as well. You can only have so many first party games. You didn't see Payday 3? Yeah, I mean it looked really good. Yeah, there was a Payday game earlier on. Let me see if I can get that trailer. One sec.
All right, guys, it's a simple job. Just in and out. Nothing to it.
What about Senua? I think Senua visually looks insane. As always, but I'm not a Senua, I'm not a Hellblade guy, but visually it looks great. The acting looks fantastic.
The floor.
Man, like Payday had a big run in the streamer community, and I think if they can smash this out of the park, and honestly, this looks like some really good ass Payday. If they knock this out of the park, I think this could do some reasonable fucking numbers. Honest to God, I think there'd be a pretty hardcore community pop back up for this again. The Flight Simulator, oh man, Flight Simulator looked great. Having the Dune tie-in and Flight Simulator was fucking awesome. Looks better than COD, it does. Yeah, and that's coming this year. So there was, that looked great. There was that Star Wars, yeah, there was the Star Wars game. Man, there was so much shit in this, I think that's part of the problem. Like, sometimes I feel like there's too much in these showcases, no room for anything to breathe. It was just trailer. No pause, no stop, just all gas, no brakes, the whole way through. And so, like, I mean, I can't even remember all of them, but yeah, the Star Wars game, what was it called again? Star Wars Outlaws or whatever. You know, we didn't see gameplay, so what the fuck? But at the same time, you know, good names behind that game as far as development is concerned, and it looked like it could be another solid game. That was from Ubisoft in partnership with the Lucasfilm Games or whatever. So I think that's got a bit of promise anyway, but Ubisoft has been in such tumultuous waters for so long now, the last few years, that it's really I'm tentative on anything that they put out. Assassin's Creed, all that shit. I just you gotta wait for that shit to show up on your doorstep, because they've been in rough waters for a while now. Just as a company, in general, just very, very unstable. Yeah, so there you go. That was yeah. So I'll give them like somewhere between a C+ and a B-. So much volume, no breathing room for anything. A few games to definitely look forward to. Many of them multi-platform, so if you don't want to have it on the Xbox or PC, it won't be the only places for you to get them anyway. Starfield by itself was also, like, I would say a B. I would give it a B by itself. I don't think this was the home run Xbox needs right now. I'm going to assume that this is probably getting picked apart on Twitter right now. pretty bad. That's going to be my assumption. They picked apart the PlayStation conference, and so if they did that, I can only imagine what's happening right now for this one. But I mean, you know, what are you going to do? You can't please anyone anymore, right? I've got to, no sports, no TV, 2 out of 10. That's right. Where's my PVR? Where's my Xbox One PVR? The one to rule it all. I've got to head out, guys. This was just for this. Hit the bell icon and follow here if you haven't already, so that if I go live again, you'll know about it. Of course, also be on our Discord for all the announcements. I will be doing more and more on YouTube for streaming and whatnot through the future. Many of you, of course, would be aware of the absolute minefield that Twitch is becoming. That, you know, some of the shit that they're doing over there are legitimately going to be career ending, or at least career halting for a not insignificant number of people, myself included. And so I will be doing more and more over here. I know it's not as exciting as Twitch in the chat. There are extensions and stuff that we can try to work out as a community as we make some transitioning moves over here to try and make it a little bit more enticing for you. But certainly make sure to join me and the rest of the War Council on Discord. One of the mods should be able to get an invite link for that and put it in chat, I would hope. And if not, then there should be a link somewhere else, I would imagine, in my socials. I have to imagine I have one fucking posted somewhere. I'm gonna head out of here for now, though, because it's my dad's birthday party, the big birthday party. Gotta have some beers and some barbecue and some cake with the young guy, and then I'll be I don't know if I'll be back tonight to do more content, whether here or on Twitch, and so I'll have to wait and see. But yeah, again, you follow me over there and you'll know what's up. Just also a heads up for those of you who are here already, so that you know, there is I haven't made the decision yet, but there is a reasonable chance that my Final Fantasy 16 playthrough will be done live here instead of on Twitch. That's coming up towards the end of this month. I'm going to be finishing out Tears of the Kingdom on Twitch, and then at least in part, the Final Fantasy 16 playthrough is likely going to be happening here. So make sure you follow, make sure you hit the bell icon and all that shit, and be prepared should the time come for that. Thank you very much for spending some time with me here today, guys. There's Mark getting the Discord link. See if that works for you. I will see you all real soon, and until I do me a favor, have a good morning, afternoon, or evening. Stay safe, have a good one. As always, good luck. Have Todd Howard's bomber jacket. He robbed us of bingo. He robbed us of bingo. Unacceptable.